Alright, what's going on, Wiser Shifters? I am making this video because there's a few things that's happening, and a few people are all concerned, and they ask me for my thoughts. And some of them are family and friends, and some of them are those who are in my Facebook community page, which is private. And if you are here, thank you for joining the group, and also those who are actively checking out my YouTube page, which is something that is helpful to anybody who's actively paying attention to some of the videos that I have made so far. And what's going on now is something that is, how can I say, that can bring people to a state of anxiety, unsure of what's to come. And here's my disclaimer: I don't allow these things to make me get afraid of what's coming, because as a believer in the Most High God, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the only ruler that I know, the King of Kings, Lord of Lord. One thing for sure, knowing who I serve give me peace of mind and joy and reassurance. But again, there's some people who don't believe, and this video is for you guys who may have some questions. Now, there were a recent ruling through the Biden administration that OSHA have what they call it, well, based on their website, OSHA.gov, you can check this out for yourself. It's giving what, an emergency temporary status to protect more than 84 million workers for this, from the spread of COVID-19. Now, we know that this is something that's given to give the Biden administration a upper hand, and I am not for or against anything but God. So you can see that I have no dog in the race. But living among, the people that has all these different thoughts and ideologies on what's to come, one thing I could say for sure is that be prepared. And this is something that you probably heard many times over and over. I've been putting off this YouTube channel for years, almost a decade now. But one thing for sure is that spreading the information and news is very important, because what you're finding yourself is against these politicians who's lying and giving false promises, and when it's time for them to come through, they abandon people and they look for their own interests. Now, a lot of people fall for that decades old trick, and still in effect and still at use. So let me get to the idea and the reason for this video. Do not allow a government to infringe on your freedom. I say this again. Do not allow a government or a group of people to infringe on your freedom. Because the moment that you fall into a separation of a group or parties, it doesn't matter. You fall victim to what I like to call false leadership, leading you into destruction. Be an independent thinker. That's why this channel is important, because I call it Wiser Shift, because you have to make smart changes and smart shifts to a better life. Because at the end of the day, if you allow the government to dictate your every move, you'll find yourself in hardships. And remember, the government is there to regulate, but not there to protect you. Because as you can see, there's a lot of firefighters, government officials who are against the mandate, and police officers, military personnel who are against this whole mandate. And And you can see that the change that's rapidly happening. And I want to encourage everyone to be more self-sufficient and don't rely on the government, because the moment you rely on the government to do everything for you, you fall into the trap. Because the power is controlled by the people. Without the people, there won't be no government. And the biggest thing, if you could take away from this whole video, is that a country that is divided will not stand. And I can reassure you that a lot of people is going to fight back. And these politicians and government officials going to have blood on their hand. And because either civil war going to happen, or you're going to have a lot of people who's against what's happening, and they're going to take matters to their own hand, and guess what? Things going to begin to happen. And it's not a surprise to me, because the God I serve, that in the Bible, it speak about these things, where we are slowly moving towards a full, how could I say, end time. I know these people don't want to hear that, but every generation says the same thing. But one thing for sure is getting closer and closer. And when you find yourself where you are being under strict ruling, you can see the changes. You can feel the things that's coming along. And once you allow these things to take hold and take place, you can't go back and take them back. Because the moment you allow the government to take a little bit, piece by piece, you're losing. Because a lot of the time when they pass these laws and they're in taking effect, often they don't go back to the original state of things. Once you give up your right and freedom for convenience and safety, you're losing. And do not allow yourself to fall victim to these things and ideologies, because the moment you do, you're losing. Be sure to prepare. Be sure to be ready, so when poop hit the fan, you are in the right place to make the next move. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself in the heat of trouble. And I encourage everybody to be vigilant, get ready, stay ready, and also have a plan, because we don't know what's coming. And one thing for sure, the Most High will protect those who are His, and those who are non-believer. Be ready for what's coming. And I encourage everybody to pay attention in politics, science, your social gathering, because things are being told to you, but you're just not paying attention. And the moment you do, you see what's happening, and you'll take heed to these words that I share with you today. And I know I covered different things in this video, but one thing for sure, be vigilant of your surrounding, and be vigilant of the information that is being provided to you. I'm simply sharing these informations and my thoughts because I feel like at the end of the day, you are responsible for yourself. No government, no group, or any particular individual going to protect or provide for you. So you must take hold of that responsibility and do things for yourself. And if the moment you do that, you see how important it is to do so, because if you rely on the government, they're not going to come through. Just think about this. Millions of people. And you're not so special for them to drop everything else and focus on you. So be self-sufficient, be aware, be prepared, because at the end of the day, only you are responsible for yourself. Because if you don't, no one will come through besides the Most High, if you are a believer. Thank you for watching this video. I just wanted to keep this short and just share my thoughts. It's not concise, but yet very important if you pay attention and really take heed to some of the information that I share with you. Thank you for watching, and thank you. Please subscribe, and please in the comment below share your thoughts. And if you're on the Facebook private group, go ahead and share this video and talk among each other in the comment and tell me what you think. And if you have any ideas on videos that you would like for me to do, I'll be glad to do so. But let's work together and help each other. We are the wiser shifters. Let's continue to acquire knowledge, to be wise by applying it, and continue to make the changes that's necessary to grow, to live a better life while we're on this side on earth. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching this video.